Hello and welcome to Poker News. It may have seemed dubious when 6th place finisher at this year's World Series main event declined an offer of online poker sponsorship, and rightly so. Instead, Richard Lee chose to wear his own sweatshirt, which said San Antonio, and stated the only thing I'm going to endorse is God, my family and the city of San Antonio. And according to reports, an extensive illegal internet gambling operation. Last Tuesday, the 6th place main event winner had his house raided in what has become the biggest police operation in San Antonio, according to Joe Rios, a spokesman for the police. Lee's house, the nerve centre of the operation, has had many items seized, including huge quantities of cash, money counting machines, always a giveaway, 5 Lexus autos, 3 sedans, 2 SUVs and several plasma screens. As it stands, no arrests have yet been made, and it's taken several months to build enough evidence to warrant the raid. However, a dark cloud now hovers over the World Series as uncertainty rises as to whether Lee paid for his ticket to the main event using illegal funds. And if this was the case, what will happen to the $2.8 million that Lee won?
Here's an insight to the rest of America. The state of Hawaii, where gambling is already banned, is experiencing just as big a problem with gambling addiction as other states that don't prohibit citizens from having a punt. Further, due to the ban being in place, there are no government programs to help problem gamblers. Hawaiian residents are turning to the National Council for Problem Gambling in Washington, which received 763 calls last year from Hawaiian residents alone. Many companies in Hawaii have protested against the legislation without joy, and according to the California Hotel and Casino, the ban brings them 10,000 Hawaiian visitors each month. Unfortunately, the Hawaii Coalition Against Legalized Gambling feel that legalizing gambling would do more harm to the state. The health director for the state says that gambling addiction is not government responsibility, but the responsibility of the individual. Strangely, for Hawaiian residents, gambling is firmly embedded in their culture. Despite the laws, which many turned a blind eye to, illegal gambling dens and card rooms are commonplace.
This week's Poker Top 5 consists of who has made the most amount of money playing tournaments in England. At number 1 is Tony Jones, who won the Poker Millions Masters 2005. This is the only major tournament he's won, however it was $1 million, which is plenty to boast about. In second place is Dave El Blondie Colclough, who has recently left the online poker company that he fronted to concentrate on his poker playing career. Altogether, he's gained $948,000 from tournaments in England. In third is Ian Fraser, who's proved his poker skill by winning 5 major tournaments, including 888.com Pacific Poker Open, when he picked up $500,000. Altogether, tournaments in England have provided Fraser with $935,000. Fourth place goes to Ewan Jones from Wales, who's totaled $851,000 in England-based tournaments. He was also successful at this year's World Series when he took home $14,000. And finally in fifth is Ram Crazy Horse Vaswani, who's totaled $661,000. He was also the European champion in 2000.
There's some difficult hands to play in Hold'em, and Ace Rag is no different. Some say you should just muck it straight away, but what would you do?
Probably fold it. Or play it quite aggressively from late position, but tend not to play it from anywhere else.
I wouldn't, unless I was big blind.
I'd always play an ace rag, unless there's a raise before me. If there's a raise before me, then I'll throw it. If I'm the first to enter the pot, then I'll raise.
Generally, I'd throw it away. They're pretty dangerous cards. Keep clear of them, I think.
Normally limp in if it's suited and try and make a flush maybe, or try and win a small pot with it. Never raise with it though, because you can get yourself in a lot of trouble.
And finally, it seems Negreanu just can't get enough of sharing his poker skills and has now decided to mentor another poker hopeful. His first protégé was Brian Fiddler, who, with Negreanu's teaching, came second in a World Series of Poker Circuit event and won $206,000. Full Contact Poker will now be creating lots more opportunities over the next 5 months by getting players to sit around 10-seater tables to compete for 4 months of tuition with the poker professional, as well as $10,000 buy-ins at major tournaments and a $2,000 watch. That's all from me. I'll catch you next time.